Hello, this is a packing video for Teresa. I have your 3 aglaonemias here. These are the 2 that you purchased. I have this red china. Thank you so much for letting me hold them for the week. They would not have made it to you within an appropriate amount of time just because of Thanksgiving. Your red stardust. This one is one of my favorites. It's hard to let go of. I'm a huge aglaonemia collector. And then here is the one that I'm giving you for free. I was just going to give it to you in sphagnum moss because it was just a propagation. This is from my mother plant. But she's got plenty of roots, so I went ahead and potted her up for you. And I think it's easier this way. All right, so we've already gotten started by putting polyfill at the base of the plants. That's just going to hold as much dirt in as possible. I'm going to go ahead and let you know some dirt's going to come out. Just kind of part of the name of the game when it comes to plants traveling across country. So we're going to start to roll them up. And I'm going to add polyfill as I roll. It's kind of hard to add polyfill when they're not laying on their sides being stuffed into paper. Oh, this is such a cute little pink aurora. One of my favorites. She has a new leaf that she is pushing, so I just want to protect that. The new leaf has started sprouting since I took the propagation, so let's hope she comes out when she gets home to you. Just rolling her up. Rolling, rolling, rolling. This is such a cute little plant. I love packaging the 3-inch plants. All right, tape this down here. Put a little more polyfill on the top and on the side of these little leaves here. All right, this one does have a little bit of slack that we don't need, so I'm going to cut this slack off. Show you the top of your plant, and we're going to put a little polyfill on top there just to keep those 2 leaves protected. And rather than fold it over, I prefer... kind of did this funny, to hold the polyfill in with a little bit of masking tape like this. I think it keeps the foliage in better shape. All right, we got the pink aurora over to the side. Let's do the red china next. I should have done the red china first because she's bigger. I think this paper is going to be large enough. We will find out. Kind of a guessing game. I'm not measuring. Find a flat side, lay it down. This is not going to be big enough. Neither is that. Okay, I have to cut paper. Oops. Typically that's something that I do before I start these videos, but you're going to get to help me with that. It's Christmas wrap that I use. Cool. I buy Christmas wrap at the end of the year when it goes on sale. This craft paper is the only kind that I'll use. It's so much easier to wrap presents with, you know? All right, I think this one's gonna be the shorter one. Set it on its back there. You know the drill. Get her taped on, and then we'll start adding some polyfill at the base around the leaves and the foliage, the flora. There is, I wanna point out, there's a small leaf at the base. I don't want you to think it happened during the shipping process or anything, but she's like kind of bent, but not broken. I don't know if she'll break off. I left her on there because she's so cute, but just a little bent. Sorry, don't know how that happened. Okay. Try to get it tight. around there. Tape it down. Wrapping her up like a gordita. All right, perfect. Boom. All right, now let me show her to you. I'm gonna add a lot of polyfill around these leaves so that they stay, just keep their beautiful shape and don't get all crinkled for you. I'm adding polyfill around the paper, in between the leaves. All the way up and down. I get really lonely up here packing plants. Monday is pretty much, I've always gotten everything shipped out on Monday, but I sold so many plants for the holiday weekend. Whoop, whoop, that some of them are gonna have to roll over and ship out tomorrow. I can't get them all done today. Pickup is in Yuli's at 3 p.m. Okay, so you can see I've got polyfill around all of the leaves. I'm gonna put polyfill right at the top. Dude. And this is just, I think it lets the foliage breathe, rather than, I don't know why I keep explaining. You've already seen me do one plant. We're just gonna do the tape over the top. Sorry, I got spooked. We have a lot of hickory nuts outside, and if your car's heavy enough, it'll pop them, and it sounds like gunfire sometimes. Like guns a-blazing outside. All right, red stardust, let's go. Sorry, I don't use nicotine, but I am gonna vape a little bit of marijuana because sometimes I feel stressed about packing plants. I really, really want everything to be perfect for my customers. And I try really hard and it stresses me out. Wah, who cares? All right. Taping her down. More polyfill. I'm gonna ask for polyfill for Christmas this year from my family members. Cool. Start the rolling process. Rolling, rolling, rolling. This is way too much paper, but whatever, we're gonna go with it. I don't feel like cutting it all off. All right, we have a lot of slack at the top that I'm going to cut. All right, here is your red stardust. And I'm going to get polyfill around. She only has 3 leaves. I say only. Around all of them so that they're not crinkling against the paper. Crinkling against the paper. I think after this, I'm gonna go down and make me a Sammy. I'm hungry. I don't think I need to put polyfill in between those 2 leaves. That seems unnecessary. All right. Believe you just have the plants. Yeah, you don't have any heat packs or upgrades for insulation and whatnot. Just taping this polyfill down. Actually, there's a big gap. Put that in there. And then we get to pick out the perfect box for the Christmas presents. Yay! Red Stardust, red China Red, and pink Aurora. Okay, box time. It's gonna be about the height. I think this one will work. Nope, too short. That's the box. Found it. Snug as a bug in a rug. Look at there. It's very satisfying when you find the proper size box. Okay. Just the way that this works out, I'm going to put these in here a little bit. I just want to make sure everything is secured. Okay, I'm going to tape them in. Mainly, I'm just taping the small pink Aurora in. And I'm going to add a lot of packing supplies in here too. I don't want this pink Aurora wiggling around. So I'm basically taping her to the other two plants and the box. All right. That looks ridiculous. Whatever, the packing product's gonna hold it all in. Hi, kitty cat. You came back. I have so much of this stuff, so I'm gonna use this stuff for you. Here she is. There's no room for anything to wiggle around, which is what we want. Excellent. All right, Miss Teresa, she will be to you shortly. Put it upside down. Oops. There we go.